Right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my class. Today, as you can see here, I'm going to live stream your lesson because I noticed that for your class, it's quite difficult for me to get a very stable line for your Google Meet. I'm not sure where you guys live, but that's what it is lah. So with such what we call such constraint, I think it's best that we do this using live session. Okay. We are still waiting for other people to come in, but if they are late, and just so you know that I'm not going to wait. And if they are late to the party, they can always go to the YouTube channel, and then later refer to it when you want to do your task. Okay. All right. So for today's lesson, it's going to be a writing lesson because it's Thursday. It's a writing lesson, a very simple, short writing lesson. Okay. So what you need to do is that you are going to write a review of an interesting place. Okay. So when I say a review of an interesting place, I'm not telling you about a very what we call general place. For example, you are going to talk about Langkawi. Okay, so Langkawi has a lot of attractions. They have a lot of places to be, places to go, and activities to do. So for this type of review, I want you to be talking about specifically one place. Okay, for example, you can talk about your experience of going to Aquaria, or perhaps Kidzania, or maybe Petroscience. Okay, so we are talking about very one specific place. We are not talking about okay, I went to Malacca and then we went there to go to Menara Taming Sari and etc. We are not doing that. We are choosing one specific place. Okay, so based on the examples that I've given you just now, I hope that you understood the task for today. Okay, so it's going to be writing a review. Okay, let's look at the lessons that the presentation that I've prepared for you. Okay, so like I mentioned just now, you can't talk about one general place like Malacca or Langkawi, etc. You have to choose one specific place. For example, if you went to Malacca, you can talk about how you went to Zoo Malacca, and you're going to talk about that Zoo Malacca only. You're not going to talk about other places in Malacca. Okay, so what you need to have in your review. The first thing that you need to have in your review is the first paragraph. Let's look at the first paragraph. Okay, let's look at the example here. The Sherlock Holmes Museum. Okay, last weekend, again, past tense because we are talking about things that have already been done. Okay, last weekend, my family and I visited the Sherlock Holmes Museum in London. Okay, it's small but interesting. It's got a shop for visitors too. Okay, as you can see there, she is being very specific. She's talking about the Sherlock Holmes Museum. Okay, so when she did that, she talks about general information of the place first. Okay, so general information. What does general information consist of? Okay, general information consists of, the first thing could be London. Okay, I'm giving you an example. Okay, for instance, you are going to talk about your experience in going to Zoo Malacca. Okay, last weekend, my family and I visited Zoo Malacca in Malacca. Okay, so you have to mention where does this place be. Okay, all right. After that, she's talking about the physical of the place. Okay, it's small but interesting. It's got a shop for visitors too. Okay, a very general information. Okay, for instance, if you are going to talk about Zoo Malacca, you can say that it's situated in Malacca. It's quite big, has a very vast field to cover. Okay, the ground is very wide, that is you need time to cover, and also it has a very interesting array of shops there. Right, they have a lot of souvenir shop there. Okay, now let's look at the second paragraph. Okay, second paragraph is what you can do. Okay, what you can do means that the activities that you can do on for this place lah. Okay, for instance, this person mentioned, you could look around the different rooms. Okay, you could see lots of his possessions too, and you could also meet characters from the books. Okay, so for second paragraph, you're talking about activities that you can do in the place. Okay, I'm sticking to that example of Zul Malaka. Okay, so for paragraph number 2, you can talk about activities that you can do in Zul Malaka. For instance, you can watch and look at the animals, or you can have what they call a train ride there, and then have fun looking at the animals from afar, or perhaps you can take pictures there or walk around it, or perhaps spend time with your family with the animals. Okay, or even ride the animals, for instance, if they have pony or horses there. Okay, so that's how you are going to talk about what you can do for your paragraph 2. Okay, now for paragraph 3, you are going to talk about the positive and negative things about the place. Okay, in this example, this girl mentioned about her favorite thing in the museum was the museum shop. Okay, because she said it was good value, means that it has quite affordable prices, that the products there. Okay, in the museum shop, there's also some good books. Okay, and then she mentioned about one particular negative point about the museum is that it's very busy, and she waited half an hour to buy tickets. Okay. All right. So for my part, I think that's all. Okay. Before I start on where are you going to write this whole review. Okay. Do you have any questions? Okay. If you have any questions, I'm going to let you ask that questions in the live chat section on your YouTube link. Okay. Ask away if you have any questions. Okay. No questions in the live chat section. Okay, all right. So if you don't have any other questions, okay, I'm going to show you where should you write your essay. Okay, a short essay. You don't have to write very long essay. Only 3 paragraphs. Okay. Let's look at. Okay, Hafiz said no question. Amir said no question. Okay, let's look at where can you do this essay in. Okay, because like I said, I'm not going to use books because it's very difficult for me to mark your work with the books. It's not here for me to mark. Okay, all right, let's stop this screen. Can we? Okay, let's. Okay, so what you're going to do is that you're going to write this essay on in a Padlet. Okay, in a Padlet. So as you can see here, I've already written this example, the Sherlock Holmes Museum. Okay, if you want to add your writing, okay, you can either double click anywhere, or you can find a plus symbol here. Okay, so you type your title here, perhaps an evening to remember in Korea, for example. Okay, so you mentioned an evening to remember in Korea. Okay, that will be a title. All right, and then you are going to start writing lah. Okay, you need to have the 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph, you're talking about general details of the place. Where is it? What does this place have? Okay, and then the second paragraph, you're going to talk about the activities that you can do there. And lastly, you're talking about the good or the positive or negative and negative things about that place. Okay, so after you have written all the 3 paragraphs, I encourage you and I want you to post a picture. Okay, okay, you can choose a picture, or you can just if you can click this, okay, you can straight away find the pictures from the web. Okay, let's look at if you can find any Aquaria KLCC. Okay, you go to images. Okay, it's very magical. Okay. Okay, that's how you add the picture. Okay, so if you want to continue writing, you can just click it here, and then you can straight away writing. And don't worry where to save all these things, because they are all auto save like your Google. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share you the link. Okay. With you here. Okay, if you can find the link that I posted just now, but no worries. I will post the link on WhatsApp too. Okay, any other questions? Because I'm going to leave you to it and write the review. Questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, no? All right, I'm going to leave you to it, and then I'm going to give you the link as well as the link for this lesson. Okay, so if let's say that you are sharing gadgets with your parents, you can always look back at this video when you have time lah. Okay. Okay. Okay, Haida said no question. All right, thank you. I think I will end this broadcast here, and then we will continue. You will continue your work on your Padlet. Thank you, class.